How to meet your other half. Xiefeng. December 27, 2015. Here, the other half refers to the antiparticle revealed by the phenomenon of quantum entanglement, which exhibits ghost-like superdistant effect. For humans, it refers to the anti-self, another self that resonates with and entangles with oneself but remains separate, sharing the same nature and feelings. It is this other self that, together with oneself, forms a unified opposition. Only by meeting this other half can the annihilation event between particles and antiparticles occur. In other words, only by meeting one's other half can one achieve ultimate realization, attain completeness, and proceed to the Elysium world. One side of the balance scale represents oneself, and the other side represents the other half. If one side is lost, the other side will also cease to exist, and the balance will be disrupted. When oneself and the other half meet and both step off the balance scale, only then can one move toward the kingdom of freedom, the Elysium world, without disrupting the fairness and symmetry of the scale. Symmetric balance is one of the arrays in the 36-8 diagram arrays. Why do things develop in the opposite direction when they reach their extremes? Because without opposition, it is impossible to maintain the symmetric balance of the universe and things. Without symmetric balance, everything will head toward destruction. Therefore, particles must have antiparticles to maintain symmetric balance, and humans must have an anti-self to sustain the symmetric balance of life. From the perspective of the symmetric balance mechanism, the program resolutely prevents the meeting of particles and antiparticles, as their encounter would result in annihilation. If such encounters were easy, the world would be entirely annihilated and cease to exist. Thus, the 20 parallel worlds and 36-dimensional spaces act like a celestial net, separating all objects and spirits into the yin-yang world, preventing them from meeting. From a Buddhist perspective, all life's positive and negative aspects are separated into the desire realm, form realm, and formless realm, maintaining eternal reincarnation through the mutual generation and overcoming of the 5 elements. Only in this way can the world remain as a dreamlike, fantastical, and wondrous existence. Since the program strictly prevents and obstructs the meeting of opposing sides, meeting one's other half is extremely difficult, if not impossible. More severely, seeking to meet the other half is almost a delusion. However, since it is a program, there must be a way to crack it, much like a hacker who can crack or even alter a computer program. Or, one could say that the program itself contains a subprogram. As long as this subprogram is activated, one can achieve their wishes, meet their other half, and reach mutual annihilation, thereby achieving perfect accomplishment and entry into the Elysium world. The purpose of meeting one's other half is to eliminate the counterpart. Without eliminating the counterpart, one will forever be constrained by it and unable to escape the cycle of reincarnation in the 3 realms. Eliminating the counterpart means self-destruction, resulting in the death of both opposing sides, which then allows for the rebirth of a higher, self-harmonious, and complete life that meets the standards of the Elysium world. Finding one's other half is nearly futile. The more one tries to meet the other half, the more it will distance itself. I have a shortcut, a way to crack the code. It is the eightfold liberation state. When a person reaches the eightfold liberation state, the other half will actively come to meet and annihilate with them, thus transcending the 3 realms and no longer reincarnating in the 5 elements. They can directly reach the celestial islands continent of the Elysium world.